Hey everyone, so as I'm getting ready to leave my Austin spot in Mount Botswana, I had this wonderful little send-off committee. Aren't they cute? So sweet. And then I went to get fuel, and this dude parked right in front of me. I'm like, dude, what's up? And he just was sitting there the whole time. And then I'm like, I need to go where you are. And finally he moved. And this guy over here in the jack, I thought that was pretty funny. We had a little laugh about that. So yeah, in this episode, we are headed around the Okavango Delta. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you so much. It's been unbelievable how helpful you all have been. So this is a zoomed out view of my route. You see Botswana and Namibia. And then I'm going to be going around the Okavango Delta, mostly on the west side there. So the road started out great, and I started seeing more horses, and this donkey and horse are tied together. That was interesting to me. But again, friendly people. Look at that dual hand wave. I love it. And beautiful trees. Gosh, it's so pretty. And that says bus stop. I was kind of impressed by that. I'm not sure what that meant. But lots of friendly folks as always, and silly goats everywhere. Got to watch out. Got to be careful. And that big classic bull guy, a couple of herders over there waving very enthusiastically, very fun. And then here's a cowboy. I did not expect to see a cowboy in Botswana. Pretty wild. So here I'm turning north to be on that west side of the delta. And again, the road started out okay, but it didn't last that very long. It got pretty crazy. We're going to see some of that. And I saw these ostriches. If you look, you see that little black dot. That's an ostrich running around like mad. The GoPro didn't pick him up well at all, but he was so silly. They run too fast for their head. Their neck is flailing back. So there's another one. This one's even harder to see. You have to really slow down and look for the little black dot moving around. But it was such a treat to see them. Silly things. And I saw this termite mound. I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm pulling over. I got to take some pictures with a termite mound. And I would say this was a small one. Sure, there were some that were smaller, but there are some that were just enormous. But this is a good example of one, and I really liked that it was underneath that tree. That was fun. It was a good opportunity to get a picture with one. And again, it's solid as concrete. They're so hard. It's unbelievable how sturdy they are. And I didn't see any termites, but that was fun to do. I'm glad I did that. So then back on the bike and headed north again, headed towards the Namibian border. And again, the road is pretty nice here. There's another cowboy. What the heck? Horses and cowboys everywhere. And very friendly people as always. And look at this one, waving with the foot, getting really involved. And even adults wave. A bunch of kids there, silly kids. And these cows don't move. You got to be careful. And there's a horse sign because there's horses everywhere. Oh, and these caves, kind of interesting. Google that. Look that up. That was really interesting. There's a big termite mound. And this cow, he just stays right there. He's not going anywhere. I was kind of nervous. But, and the tumbleweed tried to get me. Lots of things tried to get me this day. But I survived it. But those caves are really cool. I highly recommend you Googling them and looking those up. Look at her waving there. It's so sweet. More horses. Horses everywhere. Okay. Now we're getting into some interesting road conditions. And look at this road. It's so crazy. Oh my gosh. And I'm just creeping along here because this is just a nightmare. And we're going to get more into the roads in the next episode and everything. And there's be more even in this episode. They're impressive. And now we're completely off the road, and just everyone's kind of doing their own thing. Found a little bit of blacktop again, a little bit of that tarmac, but you can't go fast. It might be a little smoother and more stable, but it's treacherous. Okay, now the construction starts. And you have to get over here to the side. Can't be on the tarmac anymore. There's like vehicles everywhere. There are trucks and everything. Yeah, it was starting to get interesting. And it's so unstable. And that's a bus. See that dot up there on the road? That's a bus. I'm trying to get over. Yeah, I was trying to get over because I didn't want to be squeezed on the road with that bus on one side. And then my leg got caught underneath of the pannier in the back, my left leg. And it was kind of twisted around. It hurt a little bit. And I can't believe that bus stopped and these guys got off. Just absolutely an answer to prayer. Unbelievable. Okay.
Thank you. You're okay.
God bless you.
I'm going to check out.
What's that?
Where are you going?
I was going to go to the border.
Oh, border.
Is it like this the whole way?
Yeah, but I think after approximately 20 kilometers, the road will be okay.
How much further?
Look at 100. Yeah, 100.
100K?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you. So what I heard was that there was 100 more kilometers of these types of conditions, and I was a little discouraged by that. That was absolutely an answer to prayer for those two gentlemen to stop right there and help me lift the bike up. And I needed a minute to kind of get sorted out and make sure that I was okay, adjust my mirrors that got moved in the wreck. But yeah, once I gathered my wits again, I kind of started off, and then ran into a guy in Livingston who recommended riding on this side where they're starting to resurface. Yeah, and so I did, and I was be able to go 30, 35 kilometers an hour because I had to dodge those rocks and it was still loose and stuff. So I was supposed to be to my destination in 45 minutes, but with that slower speed, it was going to be more like 3 hours, and it had already been riding quite a bit of the day. It was discouraging. I was upset. My left hip hurt, and I hate dropping the bike, and I hate being in all this sand, and I was a little discouraged. Look at these rocks. I mean, it's like this pretty frequently. They don't want people driving on it, and here I was driving on it. So all the nephews and young people, just ignore what I'm doing. This is survival, not abiding by the laws of men, for sure. But yeah, and it's still not in great condition, but it was better than slip sliding in the sand. And then look at this. Look at this. What are you doing, cow? Come on. Can we share the road? I did not want to stop. I think that was a Kawasaki. Ha, ha, ha. Little joke. And these guys are super cool. Look at that big old wagon. All the kids are waving. How nice. And then here's some workers, road workers. That one dude was surprised. His buddy on the tailgate saw me coming, and he didn't tell his friend on the ground. But I was like, well, I need to get over because there's heavy machinery up ahead, and I can't be on there with the heavy machinery. So to get over this mound of sand that's in between the two areas, it's challenging. You know, I got almost 500 kilograms of bike and person to get over there. There's all that machinery. So it's tough to get through the sand. A little bit more blacktop here and there. I mean, this, if you want to call this tarmac, it's a little bit of tarmac, but it was more stable than the sand on the sides. So I was in it. And then there were these two graders, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm back in the sand again. I was so close to that cone. I hit it. I couldn't believe it. And I wasn't stopping to pick it up. I felt like I was, defying death as it was, but I missed that one and I missed the next one, and able to get on some firmer surface again. But yeah, I can't believe I hit that cone. Here's some more super friendly people with a cart. Now, this road was a little bit better and able to get some more speed up, so it wasn't so long to my destination. But everyone's so friendly and so nice. And look at this transition. Go from the to the awesome. Yeah, I was very grateful to have this road. Then check out this dust devil. It just pelted me with leaves and stuff. Watch it in slow motion. Getting here right there. I'm just getting pelted with all kinds of stuff. I couldn't believe it. I'm just like, oh my gosh. This dog looked back at me. This was quite the day. So finally I get to my turnoff here, and I was worried about sand getting off road, and here's a little bit. And I was like, I can do this. Here's a lot of sand. This was deep. I had to stop and kind of paddle through this. I know it's not efficient or really nice looking, but I didn't drop the bike, and that's what I care about. So this is where I was staying, and I was kind of beat. It was a long day. I was going to camp, but I opted for a room instead. I needed a shower and a rest.
She'll show you the room.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello. This turned out to be a beautiful spot right on the river. There were goats around the property. There were some dogs and little monkeys. Cute little monkey. But I needed a room tonight. I was kind of discouraged, and my hip was sore. So I'm grateful I had the opportunity to have a room. Very thankful. God really created a way for me, and I am so appreciative. Thank you for watching. Thank you to everyone who's made things like getting that room a total possibility. And don't forget to give Tim a watch. He's fantastic. And peace and love to you all.